I'm good.
Oh my God, it's so nice to finally
Were you
like
just taking, were you taking a nap? Is
I
that what
it's
you're doing?
so it's literally 5 a.m. So I was
Oh
sleeping.
my God, sorry. Are you taking a nap? I'm sorry.
Clearly I'm taking it, obviously. I'm so sorry, Mr.
You
Email.
are so, where are you in the world?
Australia.
You're Australian.
Yeah.
You
Uh,
are committed. Well, thank you for meeting me
of
so
course, thank
early.
you for doing this with me. Please, I should be thanking you, girl. You have nothing to be thankful. I'm thankful to you because like
No,
it's crazy.
no. Can we just take a moment? Because it's as much as I was speaking to the girls, and we are all so overwhelmed with gratitude. Like how for the fans that have supported us from day one, from just this incredible journey. It's like honestly, we have everything to thank to you guys. Like literally, the community as a whole has been what it rides or dies on. So it's been like nothing we've ever experienced. And yeah, just, I mean, just the fact that this is even happening, that we're
Mm,
able to do this. Thank
yeah.
God for technology. Thank God.
Honestly.
And this, I mean, in the pandemic, like, I mean, it was far from convenient, shall I say, to put it lightly, that, at the beginning of promoting our show, our very new show to the world, that was when it all started and everything was shut down. And we were like, now what? How are we going to reach people? How are we going to, how are we going to get people to watch our show?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I thank Taylor Hickson for going like, this is what we're going to do. We're going to tweet it. We're going to live tweet. This will
Yeah.
work. We will find our people. We will find our witches.
Yes,
And
and
here
you
I
did.
am speaking to a beautiful human being from Australia. He's watched our show, and God, your reactions are amazing. Honestly, I huge fan right here.
Oh, stop. You're gonna make me
Right
blush,
here,
darling
Adam. Right
girl.
here.
No, I am the biggest fan. Please, I'm nobody. Listen, don't look at me. You are amazing. Okay, you
Looking
and the
at you.
girl.
I'm looking at you.
Yeah. You're incredible. You and the girls when you did this season was like, you guys are amazing. You're amazing. So I just want to thank you for taking the time to talk to me because like, you know,
Well, thank you for
it's
having me.
crazy.
Thank you.
Always.
I'm
Always.
honored. So, what shall we embark on talking about?
Oh, girl, I have so many things to ask you. I wrote things down. Like, I'm ready.
Go for it. Go for it. I'm ready to answer. Let's do this.
Yes. All of my bitches. Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video. Today, I am here with the lovely Jessica, who plays Tally on Motherland for Salem. We are very grateful I'm very grateful to have her here today.
No, I
Um,
am very grateful to be here
please.
today.
I'm gonna gush a lot in this little chat, okay? So like if I do, it's fine, you know. Um
We'll be competitive. I'll be gushing about you. You'll be gushing about this
no, literally though. It's always how it goes. I'm always like, oh my God. Um so, so first of all, your performances this season, like you were great in season one, we know, but like season two, you really stepped it up, right? And you are just such an incredible human being. Your talents are insane.
Adam,
Let me just say,
Adam.
it's the truth. Is it the truth? It's the truth. I only speak facts, girl. You know that I speak facts.
Okay, I'm letting it land. I'm letting it land. I'm endeavoring to learn how to take compliments.
Yeah.
It's not been something that's come easily to me. And I think most actors kind of, I don't know, we're quite adverse to it. We're like, oh no, no, which
Yeah.
is kind of cognitive dissonance at level, I don't know, 10, because I think most actors we perform to be seen and appreciated, but when we get the appreciation, it can feel like, oh no, please, I don't know how to take it, I don't know how to receive it.
Yeah.
But I really, really appreciate you saying that. It's always great to hear how the works resonated and landed, and it was a freaking crazy wild ride. I felt many times during the shooting process like like what I was going through emotionally with my immigration to Canada and it being in a global pandemic. It was going to be questionable as to how I was going to, like, how that would influence Tally. But in more ways than one, I found it actually, my internal world was overlapping with hers quite well. So yay, I'm just, I mean, Lynn and I kept saying, we're just leveling up. We're just getting going.
Yeah.
So that was always the goal, was just to bring more storm and fury this chapter. And for your acknowledgement and recognition that is what was succeeded, I'm like, yes, yeah, I'll take it.
Oh yeah.
I'll take the duck.
Yes, girl.
Although I will say, holy shit, did my co-stars serve. I don't know. I was giving the duck to like everyone. Every moment. I was like, take it.
Literally every episode, I was just like, wait, who do I give it? Like, usually, like last season, it was like, it would be like one person an episode. But like this season, I was like, who the hell do I give it to? Like everyone deserves it. Like,
you're gonna have to, what is it in Mean Girls where she like cracks the tiara and she starts giving it out? That's what we're gonna have to do with the duck. We're gonna have to crack the duck and we have to start giving it out.
Exactly. I swear to God, I was literally every episode, I was like, who do I give the duck to? Like everyone deserves it. Like it's crazy. Like,
everyone.
Oh my gosh. I love it. So tell me, what was your favorite unit moment this season? Because there was probably a lot.
Oh, it was a lot. I mean, the fact of the matter is that we had to do very limited actual hugging behind scenes, which from season 1, I mean, you could see the blooper reel. We were, that's the unit love was happening on and off screen. So this time around, we had to have a lot of restraint. And I think the thing that we were looking most forward to was originally we were supposed to shoot the unit reunion scene first. That was supposed to be day 1. And it, unfortunately, this had to be pushed because we were still getting a hang of our protocol and health and safety and waiting for certain results. And the engine was coming back. It was like churning. So that had to be pushed to the very end. And I think there was just so much weight that we felt in terms of the responsibility now that the unit had been reunited. We really wanted to land that. So that was the scene that I was most anticipating. And actually it was more stressful than I thought it would be. And like I thought that was going to be my most favorite, and what ended up happening to be my most favorite was probably the 3 of us. Was those moments in the in the common room where we're just like either having like lunch with Petra or we're just around the table like forever eating. And it was, and because also I realized, like really thinking back, it's every time that I'm with Tay and Ash that I'm just like my people. But if I'm really thinking back to season 2, man, it was like sometimes there'll be weeks when I wouldn't see Tay or Ash. They'd be shooting something else with, their character arc going on another crazy, arc. And I spent most of my time with Lynn and did have quite a big episode with Tay and Six where it was just the 2 of us out in the session. And but it was just a very crazy fragmented time. So those little scenes that almost feel like frivolous and ended up being kind of what we were living for. We were like, we finally get to see each other. We finally get to actually can we just be here? Can we be okay? Can we can we just live at this table, please? And
Yeah.
eat all the prop food. Like I have a problem, and all my Ash and Taken both acclaimed for this, that I just have a problem with eating the prop food. I'm not supposed to. I should not be even doing what I'm doing, but it's like I just can't help it. It's in front of me.
Yeah.
It's edible.
Does it taste good at least?
And yeah, it tastes great.
Fine.
No, it's like it's a strawberry, and I'm going like, I'm not gonna regret this.
Yeah.
But then you realize it's like, 4 hours of shooting the scene, and then you realize you ate that strawberry on that line, and now you have to do it for 6 hours.
Yeah.
And then you start to regret just a little bit. and it's usually Tay going, Jessica, stop. And then what's worse is that I'm getting indigestion. I can feel it while we're shooting the scene, but I can't stop eating even once the camera stops, right? Like, it's like, and cut. Okay, now we're just going to reset. And while they're resetting, I'm just like, I don't know if I'm bored. I don't know. Stressed. I'm not sure. But I'm just like, that looks good. I'm just going to take a little bite. So it's in those moments where I feel like, yes, this is what it's all about. Being with my girls and just being strange. Because my gosh, like, I mean, yeah, the set life is, if we could we just wish we could have filmed a lot more behind the scenes stuff. But because the protocol was so tight, so restricted, we weren't. But yeah, I have to say, the film set, it's really hard to describe it to somebody who's never been. I try to explain it to my dad or my mom or my brother, and it kind of fails. Words fail because of the environment is just, it's so crazy, it's so surreal. So I hope one day, maybe in season 3, they'll allow us to film some really wicked behind the scenes and be able to kind of update as we're shooting. Maybe, who knows? Maybe we'll get that. Maybe we'll get that kind of freedom. So yeah, we could provide proof for all the eating that goes down on set.
A girl's gotta eat. A girl's gotta eat. A girl's gotta have nutrition. It is what it is.
And I have some really great pictures of Ash taking many naps on chairs, and Taylor just trying to like get some crazy selfie with her. She's forever selfie bombing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. Shooting in a pandemic. Absolutely crazy.
Honestly, literally, like, as I was watching the season, I was like, the way that you guys created this incredible season during a pandemic is crazy to me. Because, like, you can't, obviously, the point is you can't tell you're in a pandemic, but like,
no,
it was just.
Although we were all going, like, there was moments where it wasn't going to be a coffee cup, it was always going to be a mask. It's like, guys, it would be an extra that just forgot to take their mask off as the camera was rolling, and we were like, there's probably going to be like masks. Like, if you look through frames, there'll probably be 1 or 2 left behind, stuck in a pocket.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. But I mean, we had such an amazing crew. They took such good care of us. We felt safe every single day. I got to see my girls. We got to shoot a chapter 2, which I didn't think was even possible. I was stuck in South Africa, and I was like, okay, I have definitely been written off. I ended old. They'll probably recast me. It will be okay.
No one can ever recast you. No one can ever take the place of Tally. You are Tally, girl, let me tell you.
Listen. I was like prepared to get that call and be like, no one could have foreseen this. No one could have foreseen this global pandemic, and we're going to have to move on without you. And I was like, okay, no, I understand. But I'm so relieved that wasn't the case, and that I found myself back in Canada and able to continue this crazy journey. This character, I have such affinity with Tally. Just been thinking about this over the last few days now, that with the announcement of the third and final
For now.
chapter.
For now. For now. For
For
now.
now.
For now.
But then now
For now.
we will, yeah.
We will fight. Storm and
But
Fury. Storm and Fury.
with Storm and Fury. No, seriously. I mean, no, if this to be our last dance, we will make it thunderous.
Oh,
They'll
yeah.
have to bring us back.
You have to.
But I mean, like every chapter that we get, for me as an artist, it's like, maybe it was coming from South Africa that I do have a little bit of a scarcity mentality where I do think, you know, I'm always kind of anticipating things to come to an end too soon, too quickly.
Yeah.
I always say safeguard my heart from disappointment, like that could ever happen. But I know 100% that I'm screwed. I am so attached to these people, this show, this character, that, you know, every time it's just like, it's like a pilgrim of the heart. It's like I'm totally vulnerable, and I'm going like, this is it. This is what I want to spend the rest of my life doing.
Yeah.
This is why I'm an artist, is to create like this with these people, with such a character in such a world. Yeah. And you start getting attached the more years, you know, that you go, you're like, can we just do this forever, please?
Yeah.
Please.
At Netflix, at Hulu, like, don't be shy.
Oh, the year.
So now I want to ask, because I know that if I don't ask, people are going to kill me if I don't ask this, but you and Lynn in that dream fantasy fiercely, because I know, come on, listen, did you even expect people to like start shipping Tally and Alder like at all from like okay, tell me everything, like I need to know everything.
You know, but I've been thinking about this because like, okay, Lynn and I, that woman, oh my God. She is so amazing, so formidable as an artist. I mean, every time, season 1, we barely got to see much of each other. And I was secretly hoping that season 2 would see more screen time with her. And then when Elliot told us about the arc and kind of where the story was going, I was like, this is so funny. Oh my gosh. Yes. And I mean the whole dream sequence and the nightmare, I mean it was gonna be a trip. I knew it was gonna be a juicy challenge as well, from going from the biddy to working out how Tally's now matured into, like, I think we still see bits of old Tally, old being like naive and enthusiastic and kind of unity, but versus something, I don't know, more mature, more grounded, more doubtful, but a lot more not so pleasing. She's kind of coming into herself. Yeah. So Lynn and I have, to come back to your question, we have a very similar work ethic. We are like, kind of, we give everything. Yeah. There's gear 5 and we just on it. We're like all the way. So I knew that she was going to come with everything, being so prepared every scene, every day. And I just hope to keep up and serve.
Yeah.
And we had the support and help of one of our coaches, Deb Badowski, who just really was able to kind of get into and underneath the whole relationship, so we could come with all this nuance. And we didn't know straight away if there was going to be instant chemistry. Yeah. But at the end of season 1, when we have that scene and Tally rushes over and she's like, take me, there was this spark connection between Lynn and I was like, this is cool. I want to live there, because I hadn't experienced acting with her until that, like, lock eye connection, and I'm like, this is amazing. Yeah. And we found it every scene we did together. It didn't matter what the scene was, whether it was that nightmare scene, which was one of my favorite to shoot, That and episode 9, that fight sequence,
Yes.
I think equally terrified both of us. The dream sequence was more fun because there was this implied sensuality to it. There was this implied like fantasy. But it's a nightmare. Okay. So it was like, it was really up to the director and what their vision for it was kind of. Lynn and I prepped both and we were like, let's just go into it. But on the day, Adam, I arrived and firstly, Lynn has her hair down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, why aren't you in hair? You know? And she's like, no, this is Alder. Like you're barging in, you're seeing her most vulnerable. And in the dream sequence, she decided to match that as being. Do you remember that scene where Tally storms into her office and she's got her hair down and it's this whole interruption? So that whole side of Alder that we don't see, her kind of unwinding down. It's just her private moment. No one's supposed to interrupt, and Tally does. It was Lynn's genius to bring that back into the dream sequence. And it was, I mean, just seeing her in the uniform with her hair down, and I just knew she was gonna. She'd brought a bag of tricks, and she was just gonna use them all on me.
Yeah.
And I was just there going, okay, I'm here. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's every artist's dream to work with another actor who just loves to just play and find, and you don't know what it's gonna be until. It's action, and then you're like, okay, we're rolling in this. So I mean, yeah, from her hair being down to then her kind of coming up to me and saying, look, I'm gonna mess with you. I was like, okay,
I'm ready.
But every time we shot that, we shot that scene for, I want to say, maybe 4 hours, and it was so intense and so intimate. I thought she was going to kiss me, and she made me feel like she was going to kiss me every single take.
Yeah.
And every time I'm just like, just kiss me already. Like, this is just, honestly, like, what, and we were going like, is this going to be a wild take where maybe she does or doesn't?
Yeah.
And between Lynn and the director, they were both going like, no, like, it's just so good, the fact that it's like it's almost, but it's not. And I'm just like, God damn it, the Baron's like a lose their shit. I didn't even know what it was gonna look like, but we knew that we were giving everything to it and kind of going to places, just playing, experimenting, and suddenly, I really see a lot of season 2 being Alder's story, like getting to know her and her background, and definitely seeing her as we've never seen her, exposed and underestimated. And she's wow. Yeah, the scene, I'm just thinking between her and Kat, the scenes between her, Alder and Petra, the president, the vice president.
So good.
Yeah, she's been compromised on every level. And then there's Tally, and Tally just keeps like walking in at the worst times.
But we love that she does, though. Like, that's why we love her.
And it is just this undeniable connection. But as we know her and love her, Tally's like, she just fluctuates, man. She's just like, I love you, I hate you, I fear you, I want to be you, and she she doesn't ever feel like lukewarm about people. She's just like, I laughed because I saw one of the fans had smashed together this amazing kind of Tally is hot for everyone, and the way that they had edited it was spot on. It was kind of, it's just, she kind of falls in love every 5 minutes.
Yeah, you know what? I can relate to that. I feel her. I'm like,
I can too. I think she just, she's probably learned to be a lot more discerning. One hopes.
Yeah.
but I think she just, yeah, she can't completely guard her heart. She just doesn't know how to live any other way. So and with Alder, it's just like the ultimate complicated relationship, which is like admiration meets fear
Mm.
of like, yeah, but I don't, yeah, I think it's probably because she sees a lot of herself in Alder, or she aspires to be so much like her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then she doesn't, because she's starting to learn that Alder is human just like everyone else is.
Exactly,
And
exactly right.
and she's going to meet her own morally gray area as well now, with the fact that her and the unit had to kill Penelope. And oh man, it's gotten so, I mean, the show just goes from dark to darker.
Oh no.
um
I was like, it can't get any worse. And it's like, bam. I'm like, oh my God.
we were speaking to Elliot at the beginning, I think prior to getting the arcs, and we were like, so is it going to be light? Like, are we going to get some, like, do we see comedy moments? Will there be a dance number? And there was a dance number, and there was
Yeah.
a few comedy moments, but he was like, no, it's going to be real dark. I'm like, okay. I'm scared. The world's quite dark right now.
Yeah, literally.
You don't think people need hope? And I mean, I think Elliot was like, no, the world needs revolution. And I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's light him up. So yeah, I mean, there was just so much packed into one 7-month long shooting period, through a winter. Yeah, I mean, I'm just really grateful for the fact that we have 3 years of just the most incredible team who love and support each other, and we love making what we make, even though every time we're like, we have no idea what we're shooting, we don't know what it looks like.
Until it comes out,
have we met the standards, have we done it,
of course. Remember, every time you shoot something, you met the standards, because we will always be proud of you no matter what. We know you're going to kill it. We believe in you. We believe in the cast. We believe in everyone. We know you're going to deliver every week. We know.
I think when we were the last day of shooting was when we had to put Alder into the wall. Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, just all 5 of us were just crying. And it was a long day. I mean, it started at 8 a.m. and we just shot right through 9 p.m. just solidly just pacing our way through that day. And I think by that end, we were just like, okay, we don't know if we've met the standards, but we are giving it our all.
Yeah.
And at the end of 7 months, we're all just absolutely exhausted, but in the best kind of way. Like, we know that we've gone deep, we've dug deep, and we're so close to that home run. But it doesn't feel like a home run until it's been given out to the world, and for the audience to experience us, and for us to experience it like the audience, which I find is really rare. Like, that's not. Yeah, I mean, from from the artists that I've spoken to in terms of, how do they watch their shows? Do they like watching their shows? And most of them don't. And I get that as well. I do get that. Sometimes it can be really hard to watch and not have that raging inner critic. But in this case, I've always been immersed as an audience member, because we shoot, and season 2 in particular was so fragmented, way more than season 1. That I was just dying to know what Amalia and Demetria had been shooting for like 6-7 months.
Yeah,
and I was just like dying to know. I would hear bits. Like from our executive producer. He was like, "Oh my God, you should have seen Taylor. I mean, she just served. She was just like," and it was against a green screen. She's imagining her mom dying, and I'm just going like, I want to see it now. Like, I want to see it right now. And oh man, I mean, Tay and I went to go shoot. I think 6 was seven, I had quite a nice like rest period when we were shooting that episode. So I only had about 3 days out of the 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And Tay was just being tortured for all of those 2 weeks.
Literally.
And Ash was then saying, she's just like, yeah, no. And Tony and I, we're going to be spending most of our time together. And I'm like, I haven't even seen Tony. Like, I see him like occasionally in the makeup trailer, and then it's like, okay, bye.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you gonna be shooting? Wait. And he's like, yeah, I've got to go make the ground ripple. I'm like, wait, no, that sounds fucking cool. Can I come? And sometimes I'd be sitting in the makeup chair with Tay. I'd be like, what are you doing today? And she's like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go speak to the mushroom wall. What are you gonna do? I think I'm gonna go like speak to a ghost, or I think it's Lynn and I gotta go and call her out on something. We gotta go get the truth about that redacted soldier.
Yeah.
That was a reoccurring line. Just like every episode, I was just like, redacted soldier. And I'm like, will we be able to say her name?
Yeah.
And then, and then obviously it was also then meeting the new cast that came in. That was also just, it was awesome. The world just grew. And we were like, okay, how much bigger is it going to get? Well, we'll find out.
But a lot bigger.
What are your bets? What are your bets where season 3 is going to take?
Oh, girl,
us?
You can.
I've been thinking. I've been spending way too much time thinking about it. Way too much.
I didn't. So now that Nicta's joined, like, the unit, like they're all together now. Like they're on the bus, they're all together. Like, I don't know. Maybe I don't even know. I just hope the revolution can begin. Like the revolution has begun. Like
it's begun.
I hope for more. I hope that there's more change. Like I hope the vice president gets taken down. Like I hope the Camarilla is finally gone. That man, I want to punch his face in. Like.
By the way, that man. What is his character's name?
I don't know what his name is.
Because all I know him as Bob. That's the actor's name, Bob. And Bob is the sweetest guy. He's the sweetest guy, and he had the most fun playing the psychopath. He does have a name. I'm just drawing the blank. Anyway,
I don't know.
Every time he was on screen, giving that little
yeah,
a little smile and laugh, I was like, Bob. Bob.
Classic Bob.
And I wanted to tweet that, but I was like, no, this is gonna be lost. I'm just gonna call him the psychopath. But I had such a great off camera. We were just talking about theater and books, and I'm just like, you know what? You remind me so much of my grandfather. Sweetest guy.
Oh, that's so much.
But then action, and he's just like, ugh.
Oh shit.
Okay.
That is an actor king. That is an actor.
But I was speaking to Arlen about this. He plays Nikta.
Yes.
Queen of the Darkness.
Mm.
And I mean, it's just so fun, man, to be bad. It's just so much fun.
But you got to play her. Oh, we got to play Nikta for like 5 minutes. I
know.
How was that? How was that?
It was challenging because it was also about not giving it away, but kind of giving enough away. But man, couldn't deceive the fans. They call it as soon as it happened. It was like, nah, this isn't Tally. What's going on?
It was making me question. It was making me question. I was like,
And Arlen and I worked together. We had spent like 2 weeks just to get to know each other, and we also just totally fell in love with each other's energy. And we were trying to kind of work out what would be enough, And for us, it was all about the eyes. Like, Nika has really like an intensity in her stare.
Yeah.
And a stillness to her. And Tally just has this kind of total like undefended, hot, innocent-eyed, she's like a Bambi.
Yeah.
She's a Bambi.
She's got the hard eyes.
Alan decided in the Hannibal Lecter mask, that's what we ended up calling it,
Yeah.
was just that the eyes are just the only windows that you have. So she just kind of went into like the soft, undefended opening, and I just kind of honed in as Nictor. But it was really cool to hear her backstory, the one that she and Elliot had built for Nictor, and her relationship to Alder and what that moment meant.
Yeah.
To her. But I mean, it's just like I got such a great. I mean, the character arc, Tally's character arc. I mean, not only did I have to have like the prosthetic and the challenge, the delicious challenge of being a biddy, then going back into warrior fighting, which seeing through walls and looking at sound and
man.
And then being able to also, shapeshift and okay, now you're going to be that character. And I'm like, yes, more.
So many things. Like Tally did a lot of like her character development really changed because now she can see sound now, which is really, really cool.
I want to know more. Like I want to know I want to know where it's going to grow. And yeah, I mean, I do get kind of Professor X vibes. Like totally. I think Elliot did tease at one point that he's like, you could go bald. And I'm like, wait, what? I look like a big bald baby.
The memes that will come out from that, the memes that will come out, I swear to God.
It's be intense, wouldn't it? I would look, I have had a fantasy of what it'd be like. I mean, just from a maintenance point of view, the hair it's a lot. But then Brian, one of our main writers, he was like, but Tally's red hair, it's so her. It's kind of like the character Tell is this she's a hot end of a candlestick. I'm like, yeah, okay. And now we have that pet name, Red, that Nictor has kind of coined, which makes me think about season 3 and makes me think, okay, now that we know Alder is literally going to be like resurrected as some mother earth force. I don't know.
She's coming.
Like Gandalf the White. I don't know. It's gonna whatever she's.
Who knows?
Is it gonna be Alder? Is it gonna be a version of Alder? I think, only time will tell that, like how that's gonna. But I know that the connection has to. I mean, it has to, right?
It has to be. It has to.
That's what I'm feeling. I'm just like, it's got to be the connection. So I'm looking forward to how that comes back. Is it going to be through more dreams, more nightmares?
Who knows? Tally's gonna have to work it out. Her girlfriend's like
work it out.
Her girlfriend's being resurrected. Like she's gonna be there.
I mean, I'm girlfriend. Okay, for the Talder ship is, I have to say, it's so great. I mean, myself, Alan, Lynn, we're there for it. We're like this.
Yeah. People were shipping.
We have chemistry.
Yeah.
Alden and I have been working out. Maybe we flipping a coin and guessing. Maybe it could be that there's a mentorship and a friendship that comes out of this.
Yeah, that's what Alan was saying too.
I feel like she would be like what Professor Snape was to Harry, like that kind of tough love, and is gonna be, the mentor of the dark arts, and maybe how to use power differently off canon.
Yeah, because
the off canon work is, I think, gonna be dived into a lot now that Scylla's developing. What's Whisper? Morgan's Whisper.
Morgan's Whisper, yeah.
Yeah, so now now I feel like the work that we're doing in this world we're kind of going beyond limitations here.
Yeah,
off campus.
Anything is possible. Anything
is possible.
Okay? And plus, Alan told me that Nictor just flirts with everybody, so she was definitely flirting with Tally. So
Yeah, no, Nick does the flirt, and also that's what I loved about working with Arlen is this. She gives so much nuance, so much subtlety, just like Lynn. Right? They're total masters of their craft. And if anything, on any given day, I just have to be like, okay, just keep focused, Jess, just stay focused.
Yeah.
Because I'm honestly just starstruck. I'm just going like, what are you doing? That is so like
You're just so
you're
immersed.
amazing.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
so
I'm just like
immersed. Like,
I'm literally just good. I'm receiving a masterclass from them right now.
yeah.
Like, wait, shh, everyone be quiet.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh no, Jess, say your line.
I love it so much.
It'd be a day where I'll come up to Brian or Elliot and I'll be like, does Tally have to say anything? Could I just, I mean, maybe she's just, she's just thinking and just watching.
Yeah, well, yeah. She's observing everything, She wants to know everything. She's just full of knowledge. She just needs to,
She's so full of knowledge.
She's curious,
She's the knower who knows but doesn't know how she knows.
Yeah, she just wants all the answers, She's like, just give it to me. She's like, I'm sick of this.
She wants answers. Secrets need to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Truth needs to be known.
I'm here to help for her exposing everything. I'm here for Tally exposing things. Like if we have to.
But the thing about truth is like once it's out, it does have a tendency to change everything.
Mm.
And I think she's a bit like me in the way that she also doesn't embrace change easily. She's like, whoa, wait, like I wanted truth, but like I didn't want. Wait, so now you're saying we're gonna have to just like destroy to recreate, to rebuild?
Yeah,
and that destruction period can be like, yeah, I mean, you kind of saw her reeling in 10 in particular when she's starting to question everything. Like she wanted Alder to admit the truth, but she didn't want her to be like dethroned.
Yeah, exactly.
In fact, when she finally does admit to all of this and being human, and there's that total transparency in that speech, it's like, okay, yeah, this is the general that we all can lead behind now. I mean, follow. This is the general that we aspired to be led by. And then it's like, okay, and now she's out of the picture.
And I don't. The whole scene, you and Lynn like doing that fight scene, like the whole speech of the right of proxy, girl. You were like screaming. Girl, I literally all the ducks for you. Literally that week, you and Lynn. I swear to God, that episode killed me. I was like, holy shit! Like everyone was because everyone was like together in the.
We knew that scene was. We were terrified. Lynn and I were texting each other like 3-4 nights prior to that, going like, just stay hydrated, stay rested, like we have the most intense training coming up. And just, I mean, the fact that we had the stunt team that had our backs, they made us look so good. Michelle, Jennifer, we couldn't have done it without them. And then Frederick, our amazing vocal coach. Mother tongue was just something that I'd really wanted to learn, but had been told it was really hard, like harder than it looks. And we were given a few weeks to get into it. Yeah.
Wow. You nailed it.
To get into it. And I was like, okay, I can do this. And Frederick was just like, it's okay. This is how we're going to go through it. And he's just got such a wonderful way of teaching, makes you feel totally relaxed. You can mess up in front of him. And what happens is that given enough time, things will settle faster than you think they will.
Yeah.
But for me, I was just like, I just wish I could whisper this, but I have to yell it at a crowd. And I think it was also the amplification that was terrifying me.
Yeah.
Because that hall was so silent, you could hear a pin. And then, you have to be the person that goes, stop.
Yeah, you were just like, I have to do this. Like,
I was like shaking inside. And I'm like, this is okay. I have chosen to be an actor for this reason.
This is my job. I got this.
But 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 the director, David Frizzy, oh my gosh, he was such a treat to work with. And he was just like, this is it. Yeah, just use it. I mean, all of it, all of the fear that you're feeling. This is exactly where you need to be.
That. Yeah.
But then also taking on Lynn. And when she turns around, like, and when she starts walking away from me, because she's like, no, I'm not gonna fight you. This is not happening.
Yeah.
And then I have to take the first swipe.
Oh.
She just
the girls are fighting.
Slow turn around.
Yeah, that would have been terrifying, right?
And David was like, what I want you to feel in that moment is like, fuck.
Yeah, no, literally, because like no one strikes Alder, like, and you got her. Like no one, and you marked her, and she was like, "What the?" Like, I was like,
and it's because I mean, I'm pretty sure she would never let her guard down ever in such a public environment, but because it's Tally, and because Tally has that in on her, she does.
Just her. She lets her guard down. Tally. You're making it worse for the taller the ship is. You're making it worse. Like, they're gonna watch this and they're gonna be like, "Oh my god!" They're gonna listen. I love it. I love it.
Like, actually, just talking about this makes me. I'm remembering it exactly like we shot it. It's amazing because all that energy is like I've got my legs and they're like wrapped around each other right now because I'm just feeling on an energetic level. I'm just remembering exactly how intense those scenes were.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you've been told by my co-stars already what happened prior to that fight sequence day. But we ended up kind of shaking it out at the end of a very intense long day. And crew and cast just, had a bit of music and everyone was just shaking it out. And I popped my hip. So like after 7 hours of intense stunt training, right?
Oh my God.
We're doing it take after take. I'm warm, I'm limber, I'm doing it, I'm feeling really good. I'm alternating with the stunts, so I'm not, doing too many crazy things. And then David's like, yeah, you're good to cool down, relax. We've done the coverage. He's happy, everyone's happy. I cool off. The music comes on. I'm like, yeah, okay. Let's just shake it out. It wasn't even, I was just like this. And all I'm hearing is like, oh, and I'm like, guys, hello, guys, stop, hello. And I'm just like, I know I can't take another step. I can't take another step without shooting pain through my right hip. And a wheelchair is brought in.
Oh my God.
Go get x-rays done. I ended up just tearing a ligament, which it's not minor because I couldn't walk on it for 2 weeks and we still had 2 weeks left to shoot.
Oh,
like we were in the final episode and I'm like, this is just typical.
Of course. Oh my God, girl.
It was like ironic. It was so ironic. Adam.
Oh my God.
And when the blooper reel better come out prior to the interim prior to shooting it needs to come out because there's going to be a few takes where they would wheel the wheelchair in. I would get up and just kind of step into frame. So now if you think about episode 10, it was like running around the campus. Penelope's this freaking like plague, which bomb thing. And we're having to do running, stopping, fast things. So Amanda's tapping. Our incredible producing director was like, it's okay. It's fine. I've shot like this with other actors prior. They've hurt themselves. They're not able to walk. We'll shoot the back of your stunt and then you'll just have to step into frame to deliver the lines. And I'm like, okay, it's gonna be fine. It's all good. But I don't remember. You remember the scene where we're kind of all hiding behind the wall, and then I have to step out and go, "Hey, camera!"
Yeah. Hey, camera!
I want you to imagine I'm on crutches. And it's like, okay, take the crutches away from Jessica. Okay, add action. And I'm now like hobbling like this into frame. And then I land and I say the line. But it takes me about 2 seconds. I mean, it's just a really awkward pause. It's like, add action, and we're supposed to be running into frame. And there I am creeping into it. And all I hear is this laughter coming from the village where Elliot and the director are watching, because it's so sad. It's just like, anytime, Jess, anytime you just like, you land and you're like, hey, Cabaret.
By that time, that camera would have destroyed the whole school at this point.
And then and then at the end of that scene where everyone, like Adele and Abigail have kissed, and they're like, okay, we're splitting up. The unit goes that way. Em and Gregorio go that way. Okay, and break. And I'm just going, okay, yeah, you guys go along. I'll just.
I'll wait here. I'll be fine.
So all I could do is like awkwardly just turn my body, and then they would be like, okay, get the wheelchair. Wheelchair's offset. Get her Sutton, please. And Jen would like arrive, take my position, and then run off. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah. The magic of the industry.
The magic of television.
But yeah, that wasn't exactly reported, but I know Ash has a video of me somewhere. I'm gonna have to get it from her. I'm in the chair and I'm looking very miserable. I'm feeling very sorry for myself.
Yeah.
And I think I zap her. She's making fun of me, and I'm just like, leave
me alone. I'm a poor child.
Just looking like, I'm just like oh gosh. Anyway.
Oh my god, I love that.
So that's a little story that you won't get anywhere else. But yeah, otherwise it was pretty smooth sailing. Outside of that, it was very smooth.
You had that for the last
great.
2 weeks. I love that. Clearly your body was like, I need to spend more time with these people. Like, let's just prolong this as much as we can,
Well, it was kind of top and tail, because I've been at the top of the shooting period. I'd never shot through a Canadian winter before, and everyone had said it was going to be really intense, really dry, really cold. And I'm like, yeah, okay, great, it's fine. And I'm like a child from Africa, so my idea of cold and then the reality of cold are two very different things.
Yeah.
So obviously I learned the hard way why they were all warning me. And I came
like proper the proper.
I only bought the proper coat because clothing actually helps.
Yeah.
Into December, which was way too late. I was still relying on whatever little layers that I had, and that wasn't nearly enough to keep me warm. But on top of that, I got this terrible eye reaction to the dryness and to the cold. Now I want you to picture this. This had to be the irony of the show. That they now are shooting my eye, the one that is not happy, the one that's like bloody and all of this. They're shooting, Tally's big eye zoom, and she's having to like see into things. So there's no way that you're like shooting.
It's
makeup couldn't cover it. Everyone was just like, Jess, it's gonna be okay. VFX will just cover it. It's gonna be fine. And I'm just like, this is not okay. This is not.
Of course, the one day where it's like you're zoomed up on your eye, like of the one day. Like, of course.
I'm like, this is your big day. Get ready.
It's like, nope.
You pull your shit together.
We like sucking yourself in the mirror, like, work, get better.
I remember Melanie was sitting in the limo for the scene where she's Penny is like giving it to her dad. She's just like she's just laying it in. She's just like, you don't love me, you don't accept who I am, embrace the fact that I'm a witch. And Tally's like trying to be the peacekeeper between the two. And I just remember seeing Melanie that day, and she's like, what's happening to your? And I'm like, it's fine. It's gonna be okay. I'm just gonna look at you with this fun good eye.
Just don't look at me. It's fine. I'm fine.
So it was kind of like, at the end of it, it was just a running a running joke. It was like, if it wasn't the eye, it's the hip.
Yeah.
Clearly the fact that I became a biddy, maybe I'm a method actor. Maybe my body just doesn't know the difference.
Maybe it's just you're too talented. Your body's just like, oh, stop. Like I need to keep up. Like clearly, obviously.
Arthritis of the hip. Yeah. I'm just like, hey, whoa.
You're becoming a
No,
beauty in
no,
real
we're not.
life.
No. My eye was getting stage fright and overexerting itself. I don't know. But I'm just looking forward to this season being accident free.
Yes.
None of this eye injuries, none of it.
Manifest,
This is gonna be, it's gonna be clean.
I love it so much.
I'll give an update on just like how it's going. I'm like, and day 27, no injury to report.
Like little vlogs.
We're good.
We're good today.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh my god, I love it.
Tweet a day count. Yeah. Oh, Adam. The stuff that goes on. We just wish that we could have a, well, firstly, I think if we could make, how cool would it be that we could do San Diego Comic-Con in person?
Honestly.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
That would be the sweetest.
Mm-hmm.
To be actually able to meet fans and just actually be in an environment that isn't online on any kind of social platform.
Yeah, exactly.
Because as wonderful as these platforms are and as uniting as they are, it's also like screens.
I know, like
in person
interaction in person. Yeah, exactly. Because it's like, it's it's fun. You get to see the person. Like you're right there.
Have you done a Comic-Con? Have you been to something like that? Or
yeah, in Australia, I have Comic-Con in Melbourne and Sydney, and I've gone a few times. I've got to like interview some people, so it's like fun to like sit with them and like we're there like in the moment. Like it's so fun, and like Zoom's great, like because it's
Zoom
like,
is great.
I'm talking to you. Hello, like it's amazing.
Hello, I know.
Hey.
back when in like what 1900s. I mean, even my gran was just like, the fact that you're able to talk to me across the globe right now in a totally different time zone, and I can see your face and you can see mine. And she was telling me how she would write to her mother, and then maybe the letter would arrive like 3-4 months later.
And
I'm like, how did people, how?
Yeah, exactly. It's freaking times have changed, man.
The pace of the world now.
It's crazy. So even though it sucks that we can't do it in person, but like I'm still like we can, the way that we
have this is we're grateful for this.
So great. Grateful for you, girl. Like I swear to God.
And we're grateful for you.
Stop. See, I can't take a woman either.
and just I've been really thinking about how crazy this past year has been. But just so grateful for all the support and love. We've been feeling it. Like, yeah. I mean, the fan art alone, I think I speak for all of us when I say our minds are just melted. We've got our group chat and we're continuously going, have you seen this? Did you guys see this? Like, holy shit, look at the freaking talent. Holy shit.
I love it so much. It's just nice to have like, because sometimes shows don't have like the cast don't like connect like you guys have, like it's every show is different.
It's so true.
So
well, this being the first TV series ever for me.
Yeah.
One tends to think, oh, this is how it is all the time.
Yeah.
But everyone keeps telling me, and rightly so, like this is really, really special. Like you need to like really, really special.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, am I never going to experience this thing ever again? And I'm just going like, no, this, I think this is why we're kind of just adamant that we're just going to make sure that season 3 is just to be continued.
Yeah. Oh,
it's going to be a
cliffhanger, isn't it, at the end?
It's going to be a
kill me.
Look, we're talking about Elliot Lawrence here.
Literally,
okay?
he doesn't like anything happy. So like,
he always packs. Yeah, he's never going to not leave the door open.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way. He's always
Yeah.
going to leave it slightly ajar. Because that, I mean, his mind, and I mean, we go in every season anticipating. We're like, oh, I know what's going to happen. I can predict this. And when we get the scripts, we're like, what?
It's like, oh, okay.
Do you guys see this? Do you
Oh
freaking
my
see
God.
this? So I can't wait. I mean, I have no idea. I have no idea what to expect, but I'm just like, okay, can we be back again? Can we be? I mean, we're already counting the days. Mid-October, we start shooting.
Yeah.
No, sorry. 2nd of November, we start shooting again.
Oh yes, I'm like so exciting. I'm so excited.
Mid
Oh my God, I'm ready.
Mid-October, we start training again. It's gonna be. It's
It's all
so
happening.
exciting.
It's all happening.
Yeah, and I'm
Oh,
just going like, I get to have them all back in one place.
yeah.
My babies, my babies.
I love it. I love it. I think it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I was thinking a lot about been reading so many books about creativity and collaboration and just how precious it is and what it can do. You know, you cannot underestimate a piece of art. And whether that is a poem or a book or a show or a painting, what it can move in you could be like a mountain, it can totally change people's worlds, how they perceive themselves, how they view others, dreams, what they want for themselves.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about some energy, alchemy, magic, real magic. So I'm blessed to stand with the women and the witches creating the world and these characters.
Yeah.
It's just so cool. It's so cool. I must have. Is it uncool for me to say I just love my job? I just love my
Never,
job.
never. That's why everyone loves the show because you guys have so much fun on set. Like you guys are a family on there, you know. So it's like it's just really nice. It's everyone. You interact with the fandom. Like it's nice, you know. Like that's when the cast actually
The
care.
fandom is part of the family as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's also what kind of blows my mind is that we just this wild extended family. It just keeps growing. Yeah, with the show, you know, as the show grows.
And you have these
So
fans for
you
life.
don't have.
Like they're so dedicated. Like you have them for life. So no matter what project you do next, they'll be there. Will be there or every step of the way. So you're like, for life, man. Like, nah.
That's just awesome. I have no words for that. But yeah, I mean, I endeavor to offer the kind of the same support and keep creating the kind of work that warrants that kind of like love and support. And yeah, I'm also excited for whatever other project that ends up coming my way while I'm building my life in Vancouver, which is currently my I guess my life is my artwork that I'm working on right now. Because let me tell you, immigrating to another country, building a whole new community, and it's totally different. Yeah, it's like another world. So yeah, life is interesting. Getting more interesting.
You're killing it. You're killing it. Okay, that's it.
Well, thank you. Hopefully not dead. Hopefully hopefully I'm killing it in the best sense. I like to think that I'm out dancing it.
Yeah. You know
getting with the flow.
That. Yeah. You're leading it, girl. You're leading the dance, please.
We're getting with it. But yeah, I am curious to ask you, what was your favorite moment in season 2? You can have more than one, by the way.
Oh yeah, I have more than one.
This is what I've been asking all my friends who watch the show, who love the show.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part?
I think obviously like episode 9, like that scene with you and Lynn was one of my favorites, like honestly, because it was just like it was like the climax from the whole season. Like this whole story was like, you know, brought out. It was like all the, you know, we had introduced Nick to everything, and then like it all culminated in like that moment, and like it just made it all worthwhile, you know. And then like obviously having you and Lynn just being powerhouses, I was like, holy shit. So that was amazing. Obviously, I loved like the Rayla kisses, like that Rayla.
Oh,
Oh, was
can we just?
amazing.
Can
Episode
I
eight. It
was
was
we?
eight
Yeah,
when you all were
yes,
like
eight.
together,
Yes,
like
yes, 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 eight.
when you
Eight.
were all
Yes,
together.
yeah.
Like I
We're
love
we're
that.
we're about to like fly off
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and that.
I was so cute. I was like, oh, it was like the romance. It was like
A-
the what?
Ash and I were literally just like looking at Tay from the fuselage that we were sitting in, which is just the body of the helicopter that's
Yeah, yeah.
just staged and set. And we were just like watching her run back, and we're just like, yeah, that's the kiss that's just gonna break the internet. There it is.
Oh
That's
yeah,
it. And then every time Tay would like come like run skip back with the biggest grin on her face,
yeah.
and I'm just like, oh, she's in it. She's just like, hi guys.
Are you gonna start like, hey?
I think Ash and I were just like, where's our kiss? Can we like
Yeah.
can we have one? But like every single take, they were mouth washing. That was
Yeah. Taylor was telling me.
adamant for health and safety, goggling it back. They had like little shooter cups for both her and her.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I didn't get to kiss anybody in this season,
Season 3.
so I didn't get experience it. I didn't get experience.
Would you rather Tally kiss Alder or Nicta? Or Gregorio, because there was a bit of a little thing between Tally and Gregorio, let's be honest.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. In a way, I kind of, like Elliot and I were talking about it. He was just like, basically the relationship with Tally is to herself, is to truth. It's like, she's like just not letting anyone stand in the way of that.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I kind of dig that, like a woman who can stand by herself.
Mm.
I think we do tend to put a lot of emphasis on relationships, like being the thing that completes you.
Yeah.
And Lynn and I were also talking about how it feels like for both of us now in our life, in our personal life, it's been this feeling of really coming into ourselves and our relationship and our well-being and what that means for us. And it's been feeling so good to live there. And to celebrate that, what that looks like when you're really coming into yourself, and that's outside of your relationships with other people. So I don't know. I just don't want her heart to be broken. I always feel
right, because you already have
like that's the thing. Like I can't even think about.
Yes.
I can't even fantasize, and what that would be.
We need to protect her all the time. We need to protect Tally all the time.
I feel really as protective as the fans do when they're like, the protection squad. I mean, even when things were happening to, oh my gosh, when Tay was being tortured throughout that entire episode in 7, and then Ashley, Abigail was just going through it in 3, and then we have to come, and S and I have to save. Oh my gosh, I was just like, protection squad, protection.
Because they go through so much shit, and then like obviously having the world probably turn against them after they killed Penelope, which I had no choice. It's like you sort of protect them because like we know why they did, but I had to. So like, and that's why it's just and then of course Tally's precious, like but like everyone, they're all precious.
It's because of what they represent in us. Like we're like, oh yeah, we know what that feels like. Now that the couples have been, you've got Rayella, you've got Adil and Abigail. I mean, what is it? What does Bob say? The union of Earth and
Earth
and Storm
and Storm.
and Storm.
Earth and Sky or something, or Earth and Storm or something. It says something. But that's
I want to know where that. I want to know what.
Literally, as soon as he said that line, I was like, "What do you mean, sir? I need you to elaborate. Like, what does
elaborate?
This mean? Like yes. Avatar? Like, what's happening? Like, I need it.
So I need that.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know. Maybe Tally will continue to fly solo, depending on I guess where Elliot will write the various different, because you're right, she's connected to Gregorio, she's connected to Nectar, and she's connected to Alder.
See, Taylor,
So
when I spoke to Taylor, she had a theory about
okay,
Tally's journey, and she said, what if she ends up being like the new general, like in the future? Because like I feel like all
damn.
right, when she said that, I was like, holy shit, that to me, I could just envision that like all this work that Tally's done over the last few seasons, like what if eventually she ends up coming, she can make a real change. Like she is, she can be the start of the change, the
But then I would
general,
like, but then I would like want to know what happened, because yeah. I mean, Petra is such a force. So I want to also know like, yeah, what happens to Petra and Anacostia, because also they don't come with, they go back to
I
base.
know, and I love Anacostia.
And
And I love
Gregoria, like
they're gonna have to like who knows if the Camry might like not torture them, or like the people will be like going to their
either the army, either the army is totally gonna dissolve, because like the Dodgers believe that servitude is just another word for slavery.
Yeah.
And they're not wrong about that, but it's like, then you've also got maybe what the military could be, like a new vision for it. So I don't know. That idea is really, that's exciting. Can you imagine Tally like standing on the little podium going, welcome to Fort Salem.
Imagine that's like the closing scene of the show.
I gotta get that. I gotta braid my hair exactly like. Yeah, I can see it. I'm gonna give that some brooding. This is the fun part. Is like our speculation.
Yeah, so interesting, because like anything could happen, because like the
really
world is so anything could happen, but like
I feel like there's gonna be. I don't know. See, the more I think about where the world could go, we could go back to the session. We could open it up beyond that.
Yeah.
I really want to go back, and I want to go to the matrifocal community. I really want to see what that's all about. Like, I have an idea where Tally was raised, but maybe, yeah, I don't know. I really hope we kind of see more of the world, and maybe we start our own army, or
maybe
the army dissolves. I don't know.
Even the possibilities.
Adam,
literally, you gotta make me wreck my brain about this. I can't do this today.
sorry, not so early. Have you had a cup of coffee?
No, not yet. I just literally.
You're like, no.
This is all the serotonin. This is all the energy I need right now. Okay, this is all the energy I need. Okay.
You give such good energy. I love talking to you, and your reactions each week. I just
stop.
I was just waiting for the squeals, waiting for that. You don't understand how much joy it just brings. It's the investment.
Oh my god!
And also, we hope that that's what the reaction. Because I think when we were shooting it, we're like, okay, and we now know what happens. But every time because there's like at least 5 months prior to when we finished shooting it, and by that point, things are already starting to be edited and put together. So we forget what we shot, and we're like,
of course.
I was blown away by the season. Like, I mean, also just my co-stars' performances, next level.
Yeah,
the VFX was just also another level.
Yeah, the mycelium, like back, like everything. I was like, girl, oh my, everyone just really stepped up.
When Abigail like blasts that man's face off, I was like, I did not know that was happening. And I
really?
I texted Ash. I was like, okay. Like, what?
I was like, oh, I was like, shit, that's like, we know the show's dark, but when it does things like that, I was like, oh, it's dark. Okay.
If to add to Taylor's speculation, I think I'm gonna throw in that I hope we have some good times in season 3. I hope there's I hope there's maybe another dance number. I hope that maybe we can redo a wedding that is good, like that isn't like devastated.
Yes, I agree.
By a balloon.
Yeah. What about like they're on the road now? So like I have a theory. So what they're on the road. I can't speak. They're
It
on the
becomes
road
a
now.
camping. It becomes a comedy show, a camping trip,
Yeah, like
a buddy film.
What if Rael sings to everybody like on the road, like around a campfire or
Yes,
something? Like we're just
Taylor
having a
needs.
moment.
I'm advocating hard. I'm advocating hard, Elliot, that Tay could sing the theme song for
Oh,
season 3, but she definitely needs to sing more. I
oh
mean,
yeah.
I
Was
didn't. I
you?
had listened to her sing on
Hmm.
her Instagram. I know she can sing. I've heard her, but when we were doing that scene, I couldn't stop crying. I
Yeah.
mm-mm. For that song for one is really always will forever remind me of my grandfather, but the way she was singing, her vulnerability, and her just sitting there on the bed, just
Yeah.
perched, and I've got some screenshots that I took from the monitor because it was just lit like this in this like little warm love cave, and you got these letters that are beautifully decorated by our set deck, and the amount of detail that goes into it. Like you can go up to the wall and read those letters and postcards.
Wow, that's
They're
amazing.
real. So someone sat there and has handwritten exactly what those letters contain from her mother to Rael.
That's so
And it's like,
sweet.
this is so cool. This is so cool.
What the fuck? That's so cool, man. I love that.
I I'm like, can I buy one of these just like as a token? Could I take I often would think about like what if I could ask for one thing, what would it be?
Yeah, what would you like? What would it be? Like,
I think it would definitely be my medal,
oh yeah,
the
yeah,
original. Because the original is like weighted. It's just really cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's really cool. I wanted to take literally. I said to the wardrobe department, I was gonna buy these orange dungarees that I wear in the pilot, the original, the pilot.
Yeah, yeah.
And when I'm taking the oath and the medal's like suspended and sparks are flying, that outfit, I was like, can I take this? This is awesome. And they were like, no, you're not allowed to. And I'm like, can I buy it? And so I actually ended up buying it. So I have that
Yeah,
identical
I love that.
jumpsuit. I would leave the boots. The army boots are probably my least favorite thing to wear. Whenever I'm back in those boots, though, it does something to the way I walk, how I feel. I do feel
Yeah,
like a badass, but they do kill your feet. They
yeah.
kill your feet. You don't have to stand in them very long, but I'm just like, oh my god, no, no. But I mean, yeah, basically, if I could just take the whole world, but if I could wrap up Rael's bedroom and
Mm.
have that be my whole token from the show, that would be, yeah, that's what I'd want,
Yeah, look like a
because I
really
think it's
comfortable place.
one of the best sets for sure.
Yeah, 100%,
So
100%.
we'll see what happens. But yeah,
Amazing.
Tay singing more, and then just generally just happiness, just like if the couples can be
Yeah,
happy, and you know
it's a little
they have
moment, you know? It's a little moment
dance
that, like,
numbers,
yeah,
maybe some like feel good magic like Morgan's Whisper.
mm. Maybe like Silicon Lager with the scene where like Silla like teachers, you know.
What if we could have familiars? Like maybe
Ooh.
if the crow, because I felt like there was a connection, and Amalia was even speaking about this when she um went to have sessions with the crow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Was it a crow or a raven? I don't remember.
Uh,
But
a ray,
she'd
ray,
like,
I don't
you
know.
know, it would
Ravenclaw.
perch and she would have to interact with it. And I was just going like, oh, I just hope that this is maybe like foretelling that there might be familiars to come, because that would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Who would your familiar be? Or tallies? What would you like? Which animal?
Like I said to Elliot when we were discussing this, I'm just like, can we have familiars? Can we have familiars? I would like a horse. And he's like, Jess, the budget. Okay. Like the
Something to
horse.
be there.
But season 2, we freaking had stunts on horseback when we were protecting the hearth in 5.
Yeah.
and we were defending the herd from the ghosts that were on horseback, freaking shooting bow and arrows. And I'm just like, okay, they have budgets for horses. I can
Yeah.
ask for that horse now.
So what, like season 3 is like special effects just like drop so much because Jess needs her horse. So like
I love Lord of the Rings. I love Harry Potter, but Lord of the Rings has a very special place in my heart. And occasionally it was Tally when we were first kind of workshopping the hair, like what these characters, they're, Rael's like whole half of her braids, and then Tally's like little braid, like through, and but most of the hair could be down, and it was very Legolas. Like I got Legolas vibes. I was like, oh, this is very okay. I'm feeling this. This is cool. And I'm like, just give me a bow and arrow and put me on a horseback. I'm good.
yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Let's do it. Like so my imagination runs away with me. So who knows? Like I guess my Jess would like a horse, but probably Tally would probably. It's the owl. It has to be the owl because it's it's wisdom, it's sight.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And Garrett, it was just something I think by that first connection that just did seem fortuitous. That felt like, I don't know. Yeah, the owl.
I love it. I love it. Oh, you're amazing. I love you.
I love you. Let's just whisper it. Whisper out loud to you.
Oh my God. Well, just I think I've taken up enough of your time. I don't even know. Like it's been, I don't even know how long it's been, but like.
Well, it's been a joy talking to you.
It's been a magical time.
Thank you for just inviting me and on your platform. And I'm a huge fan of you and the love and enthusiasm that you give to everyone. You're a great energy to have in this world. So, yeah. Like my mama says, you're a diamond.
Oh.
Shine on. Shine on.
Shine bright like a diamond. Well, I can say the exact same to you. Okay, you bring so much joy. Okay, I knew as soon as we do this, I was like, as soon as we like booked this, and I was so excited. I was like, I'm just so excited to talk to you. I was like, I just knew you'd be amazing. Clearly, like,
well, I can't wait to do this season 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7.
Yes, it's gonna manifest all that energy out there. Okay, manifesting it all. Okay,
but do a seance. Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
No. Putting it out there.
Exactly.
And I mean, if anything, this show has been a dream come true. So if I wasn't a believer in manifestation, I certainly am now.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Definitely.
Let's light those candles of intention.
Yes.
But I appreciate you, and I hope you have a great day.
Well, Jess, thank you once again for doing this. It has been a pleasure doing this with you.
Likewise.
I love you all the time. Okay.
Likewise. If you're ever in Canada, send me a message. Let's meet up.
100%.
When the world
opens up, I'm like, I'm there. I'm there. Okay, it's gonna happen. Manifesting it again. It's gonna happen.
Manifesting.
Well,
thank you. This wonderful human.
You too. You're a lovely person. Okay, you're a wonderful soul. I could keep gushing for hours. Okay, it is what it is.
I know.
I could keep gushing.
We're gonna cap it.
We could talk forever. Honestly, we could just keep up. But next time.
I have a feeling that that's probably true for our fandom as well.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that we have an accumulation of amazing individuals. I do wish we could just all bump into each other and have like one big massive luncheon that rolls into a dinner, that rolls into a midnight swim, that rolls into the next day breakfast.
2 months later, we're still there.
We're still there.
Oh my God.
Well, the internet will continue to unite us. In the meantime, have a great day.
You too. Enjoy.
And I'll see you on Twitter.
Oh, yes.
Bye.
I've seen Jess. Bye.